As Charles Woodson would say, Raiders. Yeah.
I'm still muted. What's up, everybody? Tonight's Raiders Coast to Coast. A little short-handed tonight. Nate's not going to be able to make it in tonight. So we were originally going to go on at 10 o'clock. Then he said he wasn't going to know. He didn't know if he was going to make it here in time. So I said, all right, I'll switch it to 10:30, and then we'll go from there. But then he messaged me about 5 minutes before. And he said, I'm not going to be able to make it. It's all right. I'll go on for a little while. Just see what's going on in the chat. See what's up. What's everybody think about? What's anybody watching this game tonight? I know the Lions are up 27-19. About 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Kind of bummed because I got CD Lamb. He's out of the game. He definitely got a concussion on that hit. His head just slammed right off the ground. So let's just see who's here with us. We got Raider Paul in the house. Robert Pena's here. Rorschach's in the house. What's going on? Accelerator's here. Jeff, this is like you walking up to the plate with walk-up music and you don't get in the batter's box until after your song stops. Frank Webb is in the house. What's up, Frank? Moval's here. What's up, Moval? F. Nate and his non-attendance. He got tied up at work, so it's not his fault. Alvi host. You know what? You want? I'm just gonna do this. Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll put it in the chat. Want to pop in? Pop in. I'm not gonna stay on for too long, though. I mean, I had a whole bunch of shit planned out, but that kind of. Let me put the chat back up here then. Back to the regular side. There we go. So, everybody looking forward to this game this weekend? I mean, not much to talk about this past weekend. I mean, we lost. We got our ass whooped again. We look like dog shit out there. And, yeah. It's just such a bad place. You know, I made comment the other day about yeah, CD Lamb. It's a fucking CD Lamb. The fuck out of here.
What's up, guys? It's CD Lamb. How you doing?
What's going on? Yeah, I know Fakasi's going to that game this weekend too in Vegas. So good for him, man. He's having a blast while he's out here. Lucky bastard.
So yeah, tonight's game is really good.
It's competitive, which is the nice thing. It's not just like a stupid ass blowout or anything, you know.
I want to see the Cowboys get blown out, though, man. Like, I want to see the Cowboys lose by 30 every game for like the next 10 years.
Well, you really hate them that much, huh?
And I cannot stand them. I told you, the corporate Cowboys, that's what I call them. They're just a team corporate America shoves down our throats.
This third quarter's over now. See how they are now without CD Lamb. No, it's a whole different ball. I mean, granted, they still got Pickens, but
well, you know, this was a bit of a defensive battle in the first half, which really surprised me. But because you would think it would be more of a shootout, but this overall game has been pretty good. It's been pretty fun to watch. It's finally a good night game after like how many bad night games in a row?
Yeah, right.
There are like 6 or 7 bad night games in a row right there.
They've had some real shitty games on Thursday night this year, us included.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find something to set up my phone here. Okay. No, I'm good. Dude, I've lost like 30 pounds this month.
Yeah, good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, after a while of
stagnating. Feel better then, I guess, too, right?
What?
I said you feel better, too, then, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, I've been eating healthy for 4 or 5 years, man, but like I stagnated the last 4 months on weight loss for some reason. So I decided to switch up my diet. I started doing this like potato-based diet, and it's been really working for me.
No shit.
Yeah, you just eat mostly potatoes, man, like 5 potatoes a day. And then, if you want a little meat or something with it, have it, or you know what I'm saying, some fruit or whatever. But you're basing it around potatoes. So you get about 1,000 calories with the potatoes, and then, or 1,500 if you want. And then the rest of your food is eat healthy, but you can eat other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so I'm back on the weight loss kick, which is very cool.
What's up, Big Luck? Well,
But
that's good. What do you I know we haven't talked yet. I mean, we've got tomorrow night when everybody usually comes on, but what was your feeling on this past weekend's game?
the Raider game?
Yeah, no, the Patriots game. Of course, the Raiders game.
I love the Patriots. And I know you were cheering the Patriots, man. That's why I sent you that text.
Fuck you, I was. I wanted the Giants to win that game so bad for two reasons. One, because I hate the fucking Patriots, and two, it would move them ahead of us. Because
We showed them. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I needed them to have another loss. Yeah, Big Luck, we are trash. We are so bad.
We at least tried in this game.
Did we though?
Well, I mean, we at least looked like we were trying. I mean, we didn't even look like we were trying the last 3 or 4 weeks beforehand on offense. We just have a really, really bad football team. That's what it comes down to. We have a football team. You could resurrect Vince Lombardi from the grave, and he wouldn't be able to make much out of this offense. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I definitely think it's coaching. It's definitely coaching. I mean, the offensive line itself is not being coached, Fred. I'm sorry. I'll take them to the grave. They're definitely. How did they go so bad from one year to another? Like, everybody got worse. Everybody. JPJ and Colton Miller aside, they both got hurt. But even when JPJ was in there, he wasn't playing the same. So how much is it the coaching that's causing all these issues?
Well, the coaching is a big part of it. We've got a double-edged sword going on. We've got bad coaching, and we have a very basically talentless squad on offense. So we've got the worst of both worlds going on right now. Both are true. Now, the offense can get better just off the simple fact that we have some draft picks that can develop. You know what I mean? But at the moment, we're probably the worst offense in the league. I know there's a couple of offenses that rank worse than us.
There's no sugarcoat. We are definitely the worst offense. What's up, Money Chuck? Greetings, Jeff and CD. How does one get to join you on the show? Can anyone not have to show themselves? What do you mean?
You can come in here and turn your camera off if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I do that all the time. We do that on Friday nights. Anybody that wants to come on but doesn't want to show their ugly mug.
Like
Except for Accelerator. He grants us, he graces us with his presence with the camera on.
Yeah, and whenever I want to flip Jeff off, that's when I turn the camera off so that he can't see it. You know what I mean?
I can't see it.
But that's a nice thing for me to do, because then if you saw it, you get all pissed off. So I'm just sparing your feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's up, No Face?
But no, that's what I think of it, man. Like, there's like almost no words at this point to really even describe that we all haven't used in the previous 5 weeks.
Yeah.
It's we are so bad on offense that like there's no digging. We keep watching each week thinking maybe we'll be a little bit better. We won't be. We just don't have the squad, and we don't have the coaching. We don't have either. Now, Greg Olson is not a terrible coordinator, but he's not good enough to make a star offense out of rookies and undrafted people and scraps left over from other teams. You know what I'm saying? He's not Schottenheimer by any stretch of the imagination. So that's where we're at, man.
Yeah, I actually put the chat in the link in the chat. So if anybody else wants to come in, I'm not staying on stupid late tonight. Probably only going to be on for about an hour. But we'll talk about whatever the hot topic is that comes up. I mean, I did have a plan set up with LV10 and everything. Questions were geared towards his experience being in, going to the game in LA and everything else. So can't really just float with that same game plan. So because no one here went. So I know I didn't go, and I know you didn't go. So Jeff, I did a mock draft today because of you. Yeah, I was up late, man. The other night when I did that, it was like 3 in the morning. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, yeah, let me just play around with this, get familiar with some of the names, and start reading up on these players and everything. That was pretty much the main reason I did it. But then I did like 5 or 6 different drafts. Only like first 4 rounds. I didn't do like the full draft. Just trying to see what the system was coming up with for ideas on trades for the first pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what I've been saying, Idell, and that's what we should have done last year. But I guess nobody wants to listen.
If you're looking for a bright spot, we played Rodgers and Mafi, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, that is a good thing, because I based on what I saw with Rodgers, why wasn't this kid starting sooner? Did he just magically get better in the last week to where he could come in and play like he did? After watching 805 and Chris from Protect the Shield doing the film breakdown last night, it gave me a whole different perspective on how much I think Rodgers could have helped this team earlier in the season already. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that he did all this in the last couple of weeks, that he magically, was good enough to put out there. I mean, the kid looked better than any other offensive lineman that was on the field Sunday, by far. And he was only out there for
one-on-one most of the time, too.
Yeah, I mean, he made rookie mistakes. I get it,
Yeah.
But it's like, this kid looks good. It's promising for him, I think. If he can pan out and really become something, that's one less lineman we have to worry about drafting or going after a free agent that we can already plan on possibly being, a starter next year on this line. So that's already one big positive move going into next year. So you're already going to go into next year with Colton Miller, JPJ, and hopefully Rodgers turns into something the rest of this season. Like, he gets enough play time to really help him develop further. Glaze, let's hope whoever is the O-line coach next year can get him back on track again to play like he did last year, because he ain't playing anywhere near like he did last year. He's getting owned. Some of those plays that 805 put up last night, he was just getting trucked right from the start. He had no shot of stopping anybody. Mac was just toying with him out there. It was disgusting.
Well, and Mafi did pretty good too, man. But Mafi kind of got overlooked, but he
What's up, Rock?
He did all right too. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to have seen Charles Grant out there, but it didn't happen. But at least we're playing some of the younger guys. You know what I mean?
Your mic totally cut out. I don't know what happened there.
I said I thought Mafi did really good too.
He did say he didn't look that bad out there either. I was watching the whole film set up, like the whole when he was doing the offense. I didn't pay too much attention on the defense, but on the offense, I was watching it with intent, because I just wanted to see what Rodgers did, and then see where everybody else continues to mess up. And it's so bad. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go over to Real Talk 805's channel, and man, you got to watch that film breakdown on that offensive line from Sunday. It's probably one of the worst ones I've seen, to be honest with you.
Well, it would be nice if we would just sit Kappa, you know what I'm saying? But we're just not going to do that.
He's probably going to play center the rest of the season at this point. What's up, Matt Bueno?
For God's sake.
Let's see. Money Check says the first round is the most successful round to draft a quarterback, as it historically produces the highest percentage of Pro Bowlers and Hall of Famers. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. It's just unfortunate that I'm telling you, Genti on any other team this year would be having a killer season.
Yeah,
would definitely be hands down the rookie of the year. He's got no shot of that. There's absolutely no way he's even going to be in the running for that this season.
No, his first season is ruined,
and it's not his fault. I'm not blaming Genti for. I give him some. He's got some mistakes. Obviously, he's a rookie. He's going to make them. But man, you can't put the full blame on him not being able to do what he's supposed to do in that position. Mainly because the offensive line is just so goddamn bad. We're not getting a true vision of what we're going to get from Genti. We won't get that till next year, unfortunately. So we just wasted his rookie year is what it really comes down to. The only thing he's learning how to do is take a hit.
So the Broncos. That's who we have, right?
Yeah. In Vegas. So that's the good thing.
Man, we're still going to have this is going to be one of those blowouts, I think.
I hope not, but who knows? It's all going to depend on how much the offense can progress from last week. You know, it's a second game with Greg Olson in there as the OC. So what can he do to, you know, better this in the second go around with him, you know, running this offense this season? You know? And Frank, you're right. I think the kid had good footwork. He's got a solid base. Like he was holding his own. He got beat on a couple of plays, but not like blown back off the ball. If anything, he got beat for speed coming on the outside. Or, you know, the one thing I noticed that he did that I really liked is the fact that even though he's not physically, like, say, blocking the nose tackle that's on the center, but he's got his hand on the guy, so he knows where the guy is. And he's got his head looking around in case someone else comes in. So that's what you call a heads-up offensive lineman right there. He's physically got a hand on this guy, so he knows where the guy is. You know, so if he needs to and he feels that pressure coming towards him, now he can direct his attention that way. But at least he's still scanning to see if is there a linebacker that's trying to sneak by, you know, what else is going on. Because basically his right tackle next to him wasn't doing jack shit out there. You know, he was just getting eaten alive. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it depends on which Bo Nix shows up too. If good Bo Nix shows up, we're screwed. But if struggling Bo Nix shows up, then we have a chance of still losing but keeping it close.
What's up, Tyler? Yeah. If Pete
Bo
Carroll's
Nix
gone, I want the whole regime gone. I don't want anybody left. Spytech should be able to pick his coach. That's who needs to do it. Not Mark Davis needs to keep his ass out of the hiring process for the head coach. So he needs to go away. He needs to go on vacation when it comes time to hiring a coach. So he's not around. Just give him a call. Hey, can we approve this? Yep, I'll pay for that. And that's it. As far as a head coach, I don't want any retreads. I don't want Gruden 3.0. I don't want any Lane Kiffins or any of that crap. You know, Tomlin, I may actually have kind of changed my mind on this one a little bit. I'm kind of seeing the full picture. I would be okay with it, but I still rather have a younger, offensive-minded head coach, especially if we're going to be drafting a rookie quarterback. You know, if we don't move out of that pick and say we end up drafting like a Mendoza, I want an offensive-minded head coach. I want someone that's going to be here for multiple years, or the potential to be here multiple years, to help groom and grow this kid into that position to be what we want him to be, what we've always lacked through these years. You know, we've never had a true, I know people say Derek Carr. We've had a franchise quarterback in Derek Carr, but we never were able to excel as a team with him other than one season. You know, and that's what we need to do. We need to build for that. And that's why if you have the right type of head coach in here that's got that mentality, you know, that's willing to work with this kid and spend time with this kid, develop a relationship with this kid, you know, that's the way it needs to be. Because Pete Carroll cannot be drafting a rookie head quarterback if he stays next year, because how long is he going to be here for? He's got 2 more years guaranteed if we don't let him go, right? You know, so he's not going to have time to develop a rookie quarterback. You know, Cowboys just scored again.
Did it really?
Yeah, it's 30-25 right now.
God, man, I do not want the Cowboys to get close. Hey, but not for nothing, but I've, being from Wisconsin, being from Milwaukee, I hear things, and the rumor is that Matt LaFleur and the Packers front office aren't seeing eye to eye right now. So if Matt LaFleur becomes available, that would be like the kind of guy you described. You know what I'm saying? Like Matt LaFleur would greatly improve this team.
Mm-hmm.
Just off the coaching alone. I don't think he'd make a playoff team with this exact squad, but he would improve it. And, other people would want to come play because he's Matt LaFleur and he's established a reputation. But who else is even out there for coach?
Oh, I'm glad you picked up on that, Money Chuck, because that was kind of directed to you last night. I was trying to see if you'd respond last night, but you didn't. You responded the next day. Don't feel insulted, man. If anybody takes what I say when I talk about like anything, don't feel insulted by anything I say. Trust me. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, who's out there for coaches besides possibly Matt LaFleur? That fit your offensive minded.
Everywhere, dude. There's a ton of different options. It's all in your flavor and what you want to go. For head coaches, there's a ton of. You got fucking Joe Brady, you got Mike LaFleur, you've got Matt LaFleur is not going to leave Green Bay. Let's face it, he's not going anywhere. There's so many college coaches that you could go after. I mean, trust me, they're out there. Last year I think we were in kind of a pinch as to why we ended up with Pete Carroll. Ben Johnson didn't work out.
Yeah, we wanted Ben. We wanted Ben.
Vrabel was Vrabel's job. Vrabel had his job before the season fully ended because the Patriots shit canned Jared Mayo the last game of the season. The second it was over, and as soon as that happened, our game hadn't even started yet, and someone came and told me that I was at the watch party with my old crew, and someone comes over to me and goes, "Hey, Jared Mayo just got fired." I said, "Well, there goes our chance of getting Vrabel. That ain't gonna happen." I mean, if you really want to push it, you got Brian Daboll's out there. Robert Saleh's still out there. But the only problem is Saleh's a defensive-minded guy. He's a defensive coach.
Yeah, he's a defense guy.
So there's just so many options. To sit here and name everybody, I couldn't even begin. There's few that I know off the top of my head. Like a lot of these college coaches I'm not familiar with. Like Leo and Nate especially. Nate could probably sit here and name off just about every kind of college coach. He's more into college football than I am. So when it comes to college questions like that, like on a coach I just defer to him a lot of times on these shows because I know he knows, and I'm not going to sit up here and bullshit saying, "Oh, we should go for this guy," and I don't even know jack shit about the dude.
So how do you see this game playing out for the Bronco game?
We're going to lose.
Yeah, I know, but how do you see it going?
I mean, I want us to win. I don't want to see us lose, but it's the writing's on the wall. It's inevitable. We cannot match up well with anybody. Our offensive line is going to get eaten alive. Okay. Our secondary is hit or miss, and if Max is the only one getting pressure back there, Bo Nix is going to pick them apart. Their defense is just going to destroy Gino. I'm telling you, we ran through this Wednesday night on the show talking about how many sacks, and I picked him to get more than 5 sacks. He's going to get sacked at least 5 times, Geno Smith.
Yeah, I get say
I
closer
took
to
the
7
over
or 8.
on that. Leo set it at 5. I went the over.
Yeah, I'd say 7 or 8 for this time because this is the Broncos D we're playing against now. They're not. I mean, Geno's going to have a real tough time out there. He might not play, though. I heard he hurt his foot, so.
But see, Money, here's the thing, though, Money. Like last season, we should have done stuff from free agents because free agents is before the draft, so we should have done something in free agency to bring offensive linemen in. We didn't. There was a couple of guys that we could have gone. Like Becton was the biggest one I wanted. And we didn't do anything in that regards. So we didn't really address. We did address the O-line in the draft, we thought, with Rodgers and Grant. But Rodgers just got in the game this past week, way too late in the season. So that's where the game plan should have changed once the draft came. That if we're going to go for a running back, because there were plenty of them in that draft last year that would have done just fine if we had the right offensive line. But now I'm starting to realize that I don't think it would have mattered who we had here as offensive linemen, because if this coaching staff is running this line the way they are, even with some of the better offensive linemen we had, meaning JPJ and Miller, and we were still that bad, and it showed first preseason game and then even the start of the season. So it's like how good would we have really been even if we had gone for an offensive lineman with this staff? I would have trusted last year's offensive staff instead of this one, especially with a rookie offensive lineman.
Lots of shirt pulling going on in this game.
Always is. I got to catch up with the chat here. Let's see. Derek Carr was good. Never had protection. No, never had protection. We never had competition. I went to get O-line help via free agency. Becton and draft one in the second. Yeah, last year was just. Let's see.
Jeff, your buddy
my
hasn't shown
choice
up in the chat for a while.
Who? Don't say
Your
the
buddy.
name.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the name.
And it's been so nice too. Steel Freeman.
Maybe he had a
Grandpa
stroke
Pete
or
has one
something.
more year to turn this team around. If he doesn't succeed, he will be gone. I don't think he's making it past this offseason. I think he's going to be a casualty on Black Monday.
Yeah, he's going to step down, like you said. They'll let him save some face, but he's pretty much gone. Unless he's dumb enough to try to fight it.
With success. What? Dude, you got like a wicked delay between when you're on these shows. I don't get it why it's such a bad delay. Like
I do.
Yeah. NDHC Freeman is Notre Dame head coach. Yeah, Leo won't be happy if that would have happened. You got a point, Money Chuck. Bears looked. Yeah, but that's also two different regimes that did that too. You got to think about with Chicago, because Caleb Williams was under the Eberflus system, and they didn't have an offensive line worth of shit. And then the offseason with Ben Johnson, what did he do? He addressed the offensive line, fleeced two guys from KC, and turned that line around. Look at them; they're first place in the division.
Lions.
They're playing a hell of a year this year. Having a hell of a year this year.
Touchdown Lions.
I'm always pulling for the trading back and stocking talent. That's why I trade Max, stock some more draft picks. I know I get busted. My balls busted all the time when I say that too about trading Max. Do you guys really think if we draft a QB round 1, Brady will let him start? I remember reading he was against that. He can be against that all he wants. Brady doesn't have the say that everybody thinks he does, is my feeling on all this. Because he's still limited to what he can do with the team because of the Fox contract. You're not going to see the full Brady effect, basically, or what his impact would be with this team as a part owner until he stops doing the Fox thing. Once he walks away from Fox, then he can be 100% balls to the walls, do anything and everything for the Raiders. He can't be in any of the team player meetings. He can't do any of that shit. And even during the regular season, when they do their pre-production meetings, he can't even be in those with the players because he's a part owner of another NFL team. So he can't be privy to certain things. So they have to do different type of interviews with these players, and it's usually on like a Zoom type call. It's ridiculous the limitations he has. So it's like, how can he fully even do his job at Fox, to be honest with you? Because he's got this ownership part of him hanging over his head that dictates what he can and can't do. You know?
I don't think he'll last long at Fox, though. He's not very good as an announcer. Like, have you listened to him call some games yet?
Yeah, he's not. He's all right. He's not that great. I never get a straight answer to this. The Jets took Membo, and how well did it improve their record? To be fair with that, I didn't. That was Membo was one of the ones I didn't want. So I was not high on Membo at all. You know who it was? Angelo. Holy shit, did Angelo want Membo? Holy fuck! Anytime him and I did a mock draft last year, if Membo was available, so, you're gonna take him. You're gonna take him. I don't fucking want him. The Jets are just a disaster all around, man. They can't even get out of their own way.
Yeah.
You get the number 1 overall, you trade back to 5 or 6 and take an OL, add picks. Get some of the best pass rushes. Yeah, the Jets are 3-9. Yeah. They're not worse than us. They still won an extra game. It's team sport, obviously.
The Titans' offense might be worse than our offense.
Oh, yeah, they get the first pick right now. They only got 1 win. They're horrible. As solid as an ounce. A third leg, Greg Olson is the best. I did like Olson, to be honest with you. I love how people get so pissed at Tony Romo. Yeah, I know he talks a lot when he's doing the commentary. But how many times you sit here and watch him or listen to him, and as soon as they break the huddle and they start getting into their formation, and he'll call out what they're going to end up doing based on the defense he's seeing. And sure shit, majority of the time, that's exactly what just happened because he's smart enough for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate him.
I don't
when he
mind
played.
Tony Romo. I don't mind Tony Romo at all. I don't see why people hate him.
Yeah.
But I don't mind Joe Buck either. Joe Buck
I
only
hate
sucks
Joe
when he
Buck.
was
I fucking
Really?
hate Joe Buck. Oh, dude, he is a Raider hater through and through. Listen to him do games when he does Raider games. Oh my god, dude, he is the worst.
I
He
can't.
is so biased against us. It isn't even funny.
Really?
Yeah, you have to pick up on it though. It's subtle, but the way he talks about when we're playing, it's fucking bad, man. He's such a dick. I hate him.
I can't remember the last time he even called the Raider game.
They had one this year, I thought.
Did they?
Yeah.
Do you like Al Michaels or not really?
I can give or take Al Michaels. Kirk Herbstreit, I like.
Yeah.
That's a busy man right there too, because he does this on Thursday nights and then he spends, tomorrow and Saturday doing all the college stuff, man.
Troy Aikman is the one I hate the most, man, because he tries so hard to be John Madden.
Yeah.
He tries so hard to be John Madden and sound like John Madden and talk like John Madden. And I'm like, dude, just be yourself, man. But that's he's a wannabe John Madden. That's how I see Troy Aikman.
What's up, Michael? What's going on?
And Chris Collinsworth, I'm okay with Chris Collinsworth. I know.
Oh man, he's my number one. I can't stand the most. I just can't. I can't with him. There's sometimes on Sunday nights when I just kind of turn the volume down. I just don't want to even listen to him. There's nothing worse than when he's stuck doing a game and they got like a game delay because of weather or whatever. Now you got to listen to this idiot babble until they decide to restart the game. That's like the worst fucking thing. Oh, it's so horrible. He's another non-gobbler, that guy. He reminds me of, you might remember him, but there's probably some in the chat that might not. But Dan Didoff, when he used to do games, he was horrible. He was always the one that would go, like say they're talking about Colt Miller. They're broadcasting, he's commenting, he's doing commentary on our game, right? And he'd be like, Colt Miller's the best left tackle in the NFL. And the following week, he's doing a game and it's
I remember this.
Larry Allen. He's doing the Cowboys, and he'd be like, Larry Allen's the best offensive left tackle in the NFL. All right, fucker. Last week you said it was so-and-so. This week you say it's this guy. Every week it's the guy that he's watching is the best at whatever position they're in. But the week before it was somebody else. It's like, are you shitting me? Shut up, dude.
I remember that now, man. Yeah. The person that's hardest for me to listen to is Boomer with "He could go all the way." I hate that stuff.
Well, Chris Berman was the best, man. He was the best. I actually miss him doing, because he used to be all over, man. He used to be everywhere.
Yeah. I liked him when I was younger.
Round can be disastrous for the perception of a player relative to their draft position. Romo just got a bag, never had to own the craft. Yeah, I'll give you that, Ardell. Al Michaels, when he was back in the day, he wasn't bad. Now he hates us too. He's another one that doesn't like the Raiders. Yeah, you tell him I'm not going to.
So many of the Raider games that I watch now, I just listen to whatever Raider streamer is online instead of listening to the announcers. So it's been a while since I've heard the Raider announcers, actually. Like Samoan Raider does lives a lot during Raid games, so I'll listen to him. Or if you're doing them, it's always somebody doing a live play-by-play. So I barely have to listen to the announcers anymore.
Yeah, but I don't do like a play-by-play type of thing. We just basically get in the chat and talk it up.
I know, but it's still better than listening to announcers.
The problem I have is depending on what channel it's on or what network, I may be ahead of whoever's in the chat, and I don't want to ruin it for people and shit. You know what I mean? I want them to be able to see it themselves. So a lot of times I'll just, I'll just keep quiet, and I'll say, once everybody starts to react, then I'll say something. Michaels and Collinsworth as a dupe, yeah. Yeah, I think he's got a concussion for sure, man. I had him going tonight too. He still got me like 19 points before he went out, so he's gonna help me win this week.
Have you ever noticed that about Troy Aikman, how he tries to be Madden?
No, I tell you, that's what I mean. There's certain guys I just don't pay attention to them. I can hear their voice, but I don't pay attention to anything that they say half the time. I mean, literally, like right now, my TV's on mute. I have an earbud that I put in that's tied to my TV. I don't even want to listen to them.
Cowboys. This is some hell of a game, man.
Where the fuck was I? Here we go. John Gruden was by far worse than Aldi. Oh, Gruden was horrible at drafting. Gruden had too much power. That's the thing. He had way too much say, and I don't think coaches should have that much say. I don't care who they are. Some people are like, well, look what Belichick did through the years and everything in New England. Or, Parcells when he was. That's a different time, man. It's just these kids nowadays, coaches don't need to be dealing with all that extra bullshit and everything. And
no. Sean Payton had a lot to say, too. With the Saints.
But again, how long ago was that? And then now he does too in Denver, I guess. I don't know, but still, you still got, who the hell's the GM in Denver? It's not. Is Elway still involved with Denver?
I think he's still an owner. Yeah,
he's not a GM or anything anymore, right? I know Lynch still is, right?
Something happened 2 or 3 years ago where he stepped down from some kind of operations within Denver. I just can't remember what it was.
Let's see.
Some kind of controversy around him. I actually met him a couple times when I was in Denver.
I don't know what New Orleans is going to do, to be honest with you. I mean, they do have Tyler Shook. I mean, are they willing to go with him? But, I mean, if you're talking about this Mendoza kid's as good as everybody says he is, and you got the chance to grab him and you're the Saints, I mean, you pull the trigger. They're comparing Rock to Mendoza as far as quality. Who's saying that? Oh, you and Pigs. Okay. Kind of threw me off there for a second. That would be insane if the Saints draft another QB after Weiss in the second round. I mean, yeah. But again, it's that if you think a guy is that good and is going to be the definite future and what's going to save your franchise and put them back in the positive light, then that's the move you take, regardless of whether you have Shook or not. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that kid even started for New Orleans, but I think a lot of that was just out of default that he had to start. Indiana O-line last season was no match for the top tier comp to evaluate Rock's performance. Even if Mendoza does well, it doesn't tell the whole story of the other player or of the player. We are breaking a 0-10 in the division upset of the year. I hope so, Mike, man. I if there's a game I want to win out of the remaining, there's two that I'd love to win, and that's the Denver one and the KC one, especially if KC's vying for a playoff spot, which very well could happen. Who knows? Who do they have this weekend? Who's KC got?
I don't know.
Who are they playing? I'm looking right now.
Jeff, you know what I hate about all announcers?
Oh, they get the Monday night, the Sunday night game against the Houston Texans in KC, though. Houston could still beat them, though. What?
I said, you know what I hate about all the NFL announcers? The way they all take the referee's side in almost every call. You ever notice? It's almost always good call, even if it was a totally bad call.
There were a couple tonight that they disagreed on, or a couple no calls too, like the one where Goff thought he had a free play and he didn't, but they were just totally off sides, man. That did not look like a legit play. If you're gonna throw a touchdown, throw it to Ferguson. Come on, Ferguson.
That was total holding right there.
Oh, they called it on Ferguson. What the fuck? Trey, you're a Texans fan. Yeah, we got you in a few weeks. I'm excited, man. A week from tomorrow, I'll be heading out to Philly, baby. Be driving down next Friday night. I don't know what, as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be doing a Friday night show next week. So I don't know what we're going to do for next Friday night. We'll be on tomorrow night, though, our normal time of Friday night for the Friday Night Live mic drop. So anybody that's here tonight that wants to get on get on the show tomorrow night, we usually drop the link about 30 minutes into the show. So it's open mic. Anybody wants to come in. We talk Raiders. We talk anything and everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be football. So it's like a Friday night fun night. So next Friday night, I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to. Huh?
We were talking about Chris's nose hairs last week.
Yeah, he was getting pissed about that too.
Way too pissed, man. He took that.
I heard about that for a couple days too. Trust me.
Really?
He's been a little under the weather, so I don't know how he's feeling right now. I haven't heard from for a couple of days, so I don't know what his status will be for tomorrow night. The show goes on Friday night, regardless. You know,
he's just way too. He took that way too seriously, and it was just like lighthearted jokes.
Yeah. +3 dude, your defense is good, man. The Texans defense ain't no joke. They're another defense that we got to go up against this season that could potentially eat us alive. I wish I had Aubrey as my kicker, man. He's been fucking nailing them tonight. He already kicked a 60-something earlier.
Yeah, that guy is. He is not a joke. He is no joke.
He's good.
Probably the best in the league besides that new guy Jacksonville has. The one that kicked the 70-yarder.
This one here was only 23, so. Alla, he's a quarterback. Thanks, NFL donkeys are coming off. Yeah, exactly. They're coming off of no, they played last week, didn't they? Denver?
Yeah, I forget who they played though.
The Chargers came off a bye week to play us. I forget now. Did they come off a bye week?
I don't know.
Let me see. I'm going to look right now. Week 13. Maybe they did have the week off.
Hey, Romeo Dobbs should be available at the end of the season.
Yeah, Denver played last week. They won in overtime against the Commanders. It was the Sunday night game. What's up, Arnie? What's up, AO? What's going on, brother?
What's up, AO Academy?
I don't know what's up with Gino. I saw that he got. Let me see if it shows here. Let's see if I can find the injury report.
He hurt his foot or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't wish on somebody, but it's kind of good news for us if he can't play.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no news on it. Like this, I don't see a injury report. I haven't seen one yet today. I have to see if I can find it. Where's Chris? You doing all right? Yeah, I guess he's been a little bit. I guess he's been sick all week since Monday. So, Arnie with the question right away. Here we go. What is your confidence level to win another game this year? 0.
Mm.
We just don't have the talent to win another game, in my opinion. I just don't see it.
Arnie, we're going to win out and score 60 in the Super Bowl. That's what's going to happen.
Even if we win out, we still can't make the playoffs. We're done. We're mathematically eliminated. We were eliminated last week, Sunday night. Oh, by
We
the
have
end of
10
the game
losses
Sunday.
now, right? Wow.
We got 11.
11 losses?
Right? Aren't we 2-11 now?
Pretty sure we're 2-10 because there's 4 games left. Oh, you might be 2-11. I don't remember if we have 4 games or 5 games left.
No, we're 2-10.
2-10, yeah.
2-10.
Wow. That was some kind of a run.
Well, a run back right there.
Yeah, all just down the sideline like that.
Another question from Ronnie. What are your expectations for Denver game Sunday? I still think we're going to score points. I think Brock has the potential to have another decent game. The only problem is Surtain's healthy, and if they do what they did the game last year where they had Surtain on them, I know it didn't work that well for them when we played them earlier. Brock's our lone bright spot on the offense that's going to be able to do anything, I think, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I still predict us to win 30-21. I've been predicting it all season, but I still think we probably only get about 14 points. Their defense is good, man. And Bates is my kicker. How's Carson Beck doing this season, Pigs? I heard he looked good, but I don't follow that much. Okay, well, that's just your perspective, man. Yeah, Pigs and Money Truck just going at it in the chat. Just let them have their fun in there.
Hey, Jeff, I got to get going, man.
All right, man.
I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem. I'll see you tomorrow night, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Later. What's up, Devin? What's going on, my guy? How far'd you make it today? Brendan Aubrey. He goes, oh, is that Amon St. Oh, yeah, that's good. I need those points from him, too. I feel like the final score of the Broncos versus Raiders is going to be like 9-3. I mean, it very well could be. But that means our defense has to step up and hold the Broncos back. I don't see that, unfortunately. We're just that bad, man. It is just, it's not good. Let's see. Question: what is your year-ending MVP on defense and offense on our team? Who was most improved player on our team? I mean, the defensive MVP. It's gonna be Max. I mean, there's nobody on the defense that's as good as he is. Yeah, I go with Max on the defense. On offense, I mean, I would say Brock, but man, he was injured early, and I don't know if I can pick an offensive one. Definitely ain't Geno Smith. And it's not Genty, and it's not his fault. That's the problem. It's not Genty's fault that he's not as good as he should have been this season. Are they calling his play back? Oh, no, they gave it to him. Man, offense. I'm gonna go with Brock on the offense. He's the only one that seems to be doing anything worth the shit out there. Most improved, Caleb Rogers, because he finally got in the starting lineup. Arnie's prediction score is 21-9 Denver. That's probably what it is. How do we have one of the most salary cap room, went cheap on O-line and safety help, lost on number one receiver, and our biggest addition in a 7-year-old coach in Geno? These are good questions. I honestly don't know. There was a disconnect somewhere in this organization this last offseason. I don't know what the hell anybody was thinking for the most part. It doesn't make sense how we go from where we were last year to what we are now. You would think that we would be better, and we're not. We're worse. Did he just get another touchdown? Yep. Detroit just scored again. Yeah, this game's over now. It's 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Lions are now up 43, soon to be 44-30. Way to go, Detroit. Oh, you made it to Casper, Wyoming. All right, that's not bad. Man, you still got a long ways to go, though. That's a long-ass ride, man. Most improved. Yeah, I'm still going with Caleb Rogers. He's a rookie that got a legit shot, and he looked good. I'm sorry. I think Caleb Rogers is going to have a good go with this team, provided he stays healthy, and whoever's coaching next year, they can get an offensive line coach that can, help mold him into what he should be. And he's wearing a good number. He's wearing Wisniewski's old number, 76. I don't know, Bueno. What the hell are you watching it on? I'm on. It's on Prime. I don't. Oh, 57 threw a nice block right there too on that one. Let's see. Isn't it midnight in Rhode Island? No, actually, it's 11:26 p.m. We normally start the show at like 10 o'clock my time. But Nate had to work until 10, so we moved it back to 10:30. But then he messaged me just before he was going to start it and said he wasn't going to be able to get on tonight. So I ended up starting it at like around 11 o'clock. No, I started about an hour ago, actually. Yeah, I started just after 10:30. So, I'm not going to stay on for much longer. I had a whole setup that I was going to do with him based on his experience this weekend with the Raiders in LA and shit. Let's see. Question: who is our best wide receiver on our team, in your opinion? I got to go with Tucker at this point. Lockett hasn't been here long enough to have any type of impact. Betch shows promise if we could get him more playing time. Thornton, a kid's going to take some time to develop. The kid got no separation. He can't separate himself from the defenders. He just has no separation whatsoever. He can't catch the damn ball. For the amount of times that we've thrown the ball to him and how many catches he's got, it's just a bad stat. It's horrible. I probably got to go with Tucker on that one, to be honest with you. Let's see. Do you have a history of Greg Papa leaving? No, I haven't, Brandon. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Let's see. Didn't make much distance today. After we got into the new rental, we were so sore and beat up. We kept stopping and just hanging out at places. Went to McDonald's twice so boys could play on big twice. Yeah, I told you guys were going to be sore today. Hey, what's up, Donuts Duncan? I'm watching the game on I'm Not Prime. I'm not Prime, and I'm not Bueno. Man, the NFC's playoff. I mean, the playoff pitch is completely different from last year, huh? You got the Bears in there. Bears are number one right now. That's insane. Well, if he's saying wide receiver, then I still would have to go with Tucker. But if you're talking overall receiving on the team, then it's obviously Brock Bowers because he's the leading receiver on the team. You Nothing matter how a guy performs, you find an excuse like people say Genty didn't face good competition. But they're still going at it. They've been going at it for like about a half hour. Mendoza transferred from Cal, and Cal ran a completely different offensive system. Lick salt. Well, I don't think I've heard that one before. That's a new one. I don't even know the question here. Which starters on our team are dead weight, need replacement ASAP? Parham, Kappa, Tyree, Kuntz. I don't know, man. Jury's still out on him. Kelly hasn't been that great. Yeah, he's caught interceptions, but I don't think he's that great. I don't see Lockett coming back next year either, no matter who's here. I don't want him back. I'm good with him. So, all right, I hit the 1 hour mark here. I'm gonna call it a night. I am tired. Tomorrow night we'll be on Friday night as usual. So, what Bowers, Genty, JPJ, and Max, he says. Yeah. You're not kidding, but I'm still willing to trade Max away. See you, Max. Yeah, so tomorrow night, start at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so that's 6 o'clock Pacific. Friday night mic drop will be on. And Saturday night, it'll be the Raiders' last call with myself, Christopher Raiders, and Jason Downs. So we'll be on Saturday night previewing the Sunday game with the Broncos. And I may come back on Sunday night on with Jason first, just Raiders baby, and Raider Will for the post game reaction. But I'll be on Monday morning with Chris discussing the Broncos game Monday morning. So see how that goes. So, all right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night. Again, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. So everybody stay safe, take care, and go Raiders. Thank you for being here tonight.
As Charles Woodson would say, Raiders. Yeah.